Hi, how's everyone? Welcome back. Thanks for coming. And hello and welcome if you are new. I swear I stutter badly. I sing even worse. But if you can vibe with a hot mess, then you found the right channel. Today we're doing Gemini placements. This is a collective read. This is for everyone. We all have Gemini somewhere. Reading is going to explore how the energies in those Gemini placements are going to play out for everyone. Um, so remember, we all have Gemini somewhere. This is for sidereal astrology. That's what I usually do. Sidereal is true sky. Tropical astrology, which is the modern Western astrology, is shifted up by one sign. So some of these placements will be in another sign, but this is for sidereal. You can check your sky apps, your astronomy apps, and they'll tell you where all the planets are placed. And you'll see that if you compare them to tropical, they're all shifted by a sign. I like to go by the true sky. I'm a space nerd, I'm a science nerd, and I like to give the energy to what I can really see. So that's why I do sidereal. So for Gemini placements, Mars is in the final degrees of your sign. It's at about 28 degrees in a few minutes, and it'll move into soft sensitive Cancer on the 2nd. It's in a cooperative sextile right now, 60 degrees, with Uranus, who has just within the last day or two moved into Taurus. So a lot of these energies we're dealing with are in the final degrees of their signs, and they're forming these nice they're forming these aspects. The final degrees of the signs is usually like cleanup time, where you're there. It's like a final review, final decision making energy, things like that. So Mars at 28 degrees is in a sextile with Uranus, just moved into Taurus. Now, Uranus is one of those outer slow moving planets. It takes about 7 years to go through each sign, and it's just now going into Taurus. Excuse me. Those outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, since they move so slow, they're called the generational planets. Whereas the ones in the inner solar system, Mercury, Venus, the Moon, and Mars, are called interpersonal planets because they move a little faster, and so they affect us on more of a daily energy. So with Mars in your sign, sextile to Uranus in Taurus. So Uranus rules Aquarius. He is the eccentric, the rebel, the forward thinker. And Taurus is that stalwart caretaker of tradition of all kinds: business, home aesthetic, practical affairs, spending, religion, and sensuality. The collective may be feeling empowered with that Mars energy. Um, to discuss, explore, and communicate changing desires or needs in those Taurian areas of life. You will look to the house in your birth chart to where that placement is, to see what area of life this reevaluation and revolution in Taurus will affect you. So Mars is in a tough square with Chiron in Pisces, a deficiency in how we connect with our empathy, spirituality, and our higher selves. Chiron is the wounded healer. It's where we are vulnerable and weakened. We rarely want to address Chiron energy because it hurts. But Chiron's lesson is that to heal that part of ourselves, we may need to sacrifice something to heal others of that same pain. Finally, Mars in Gemini is in a nice trine at 120 degrees with Saturn, a less than 1 degree in Pisces. Poor Pisces. It has Saturn, the North Node, Mercury retrograde, Neptune, Venus retrograde, the Sun, the Moon, and Chiron in it. In tropical astrology, half of that is already in Aries, but in sidereal, poor Pisces, the pool is full. This and will remain for some time. This is a collective reboot to our unconscious. We will need to take deep, difficult dives into our identity as a society, our connection with our higher self, with the energy higher than ourselves, with the world, our laws, our leaders, our spirituality, our love language, and our knowledge. I mean, it's chock full in Pisces right now. Saturn just entered it. It is fingertip deep in Pisces right now. It's not even a 1 degree in. It just started. And Saturn, I think, takes like well, it's further out. Well, it's further in than Uranus, so I would say like maybe 5 years through the signs, and it just entered Pisces. Saturn is the taskmaster. He rules Capricorn, devil energy. Um, he's the one that presents the lessons. He makes us repeat the ones we fail, keeps us dedicated, honest, working, because he also deals our karma. Now, he is harsh, but he is fair. He's a higher vibration of Libra energy. Libra also deals karma, but Libra tallies it. She weighs it in the scales of justice and she tallies the score, but Saturn deals it. Saturn's the karma dealer, okay? Um, because he also deals karma, he is harsh but fair. And for all the negative feelings we have towards Saturn, he is hard on us because he, above all the other planets, wants us to earn the highest rewards possible. But they aren't just gifted to us. With Saturn energy, we have to do the hard inner work to win the brightest honor. As the Grim Reaper, the primordial god of time, Saturn also reminds us that we have all the time that we need, but time is ticking, and eventually we will be called to the end of our lesson. If we used our time wisely, our dividends will be commensurate. Now, those are key words for Capricorn energy, which Saturn rules. Our dividends will be commensurate. But if we waste time, refuse to learn, and fuck around, then at the end of the exam, we will find out. Squaring Mars in Gemini for this week, we need to mind our mouths when speaking our minds. Wait, is that right? Did I write that right? We need to mind our mouths when speaking our minds. Yeah. And to make sure that our conduct and intentions are honorable, respectable, and responsible. So that's what I have for the astrology. So I went ahead and laid out the first light tarot. We got 3 cards. No particular order. This is not like past, present, or future or anything. This is just a base energy. We've got the star. That's Aquarius energy. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. So we have Uranus energy in play. We've got the power card, which is Mars energy. We've got Mars energy in play. And the Wheel of Fortune. So we have potential, power, and fate. It's also change, our fortune, and the spinning of time. So, I mean, that could be Saturn energy with the time and our fate and our fortune. So, we're going to go ahead. Let's go a little bit deeper. Star energy, which is Aquarius, is potential, yes, but it is a chance to go after our dreams. It's It's the energy of your wishes are within reach if you do the work to go towards them. So the star represents the North Star, or the star that we wish on. Um, as the North Star, it is our direction. It is our focal point. The 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 direction that our journey here is supposed to take us. Sometimes we can be diverted from that. Sometimes we get off course. And for me, when this star appears, it's not only an opportunity to make our wishes come true, but it's an opportunity to redirect towards those wishes, because those original plans that we came here to do is where our soul is constantly leading us. That for me is star energy. It's like redirecting our path towards our original purpose. And then we have power here. Power card reads, know your power and your place. There's power in a whisper. There's understanding here, solitude, and reality. It actually says solitude and understanding and then reality. So, I mean, this may be an opportunity for us to really go inward and figure out how we understand our reality right now, because that is in constant flux. Reality is not as some people need it to be. It is not um, set in stone. Reality can change by your perception, by what you hold true, by what you try to manifest, whether consciously or unconsciously. What you manifest can become reality, but that can all change with your intent, with your intelligence, with your heart space. It can all change. But once you understand where you stand, you can stand in power. That's why that's there. So then we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which again is the spinning of time. When it's upright, it means that our fortunes are coming to the front, to the fore, to the front, whatever. Fate is at hand. But it is also change. It is a change of fortune, a change of fate. So we'll see how that we'll see what kind of cards fall there. Now remember, not all messages resonate for all of you in the same way, so leave what doesn't resonate now, but please keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. You are all at different points in the timeline. And I want to add here, not only that, you all have free will. So even if you have the correct path or the right information, it is always up to you to make the right choice. So when the timelines shift or if our paths get diverted, it has to do with some choice that we had to make. So remember that not only are you all at different points in the timeline, but you and everyone involved in your in your story has free will. I can read the script, but I can't tell you what character you all individually play or where you choose to stand on the stage. Whether you're involved, you're observing, or a cross-watcher, I can only read the energies. So let's get to it. For Gemini energy, for the collective, what is this new potential that we have here? We are guaranteed success. I really do like the energy coming through here. Look at that, the sun. Success is assured. Be joyful. All is well. Wow, look at that. They're telling me if we choose the right path, do the inner work, do the hard work, do that Chiron energy work. There is success here for some in the Gemini placements. We've got the Two of Cups. Oh my gosh, love is on the board. Love it. You can trust this choice. Signs are pointing to good love. I love that. I think this is the front side too. So this is the outer energy. With this deck that I have, it's called the Vice Versa deck. There's pictures on the front and the back. There's no reversals in this one. And it doesn't necessarily mean that the reverse of the card is the same kind of energy as a reversal in the other decks. In this deck, the front side is the outer self and the back side is the inner self. So both of these are showing front side of the cards. So this is outward energy. Wonderful. Star, new potential. The sun, success is assured. And a Two of Cups, a love offer. Please clarify that Two of Cups. We've got the Four of Cups, but the backside. Interesting. This is dwelling on disappointment that you'll miss your boat. You'll miss the boat. And we will come back around and get plenty more clarification on these. So can we go to power, please? Understanding reality, but there is solitude here. So this is like keeping your own mind, keeping firm in your decisions. Yeah, I figured that was going to fall out. Temperance has been peaking in the pre-shuffles. We got Temperance, but we've got the the inner self, the backside of it. So here's Temperance on the front. It's Sagittarius energy ruled by Jupiter. Temperance is the alchemist. It is trying to find a good solution, basically. But here we've got do not surrender your ego to a false higher cause. Interesting. I think I have a feeling what that is. We've got the Knight of Swords, the inner part. A mind that wanders hides a heart that is seeking home. Look at that. That definitely relates to the Star card. Somebody's heart is wanting to go back home. And I remember in the last reading that Six of Cups in the reverse came, or in the backside came out, wanting to just throw themselves into something that's sweet. So clarify, please, the Knight of Swords. Sorry if it's loud in the mic. I don't like it. Yeah, the Hermit reverse. Yeah. And it's interesting that it falls on power because one of the key words on the power card is solitude. This is the Hermit, but in the inner self, guided by the moon there. Well, maybe not even guided. He's usually guided by the lantern. And in the lantern, if you follow the symbolism with me, in the lantern is the star. And we have the star here. The star represents, in this card, our higher self. And when we tune into our higher self and we don't deny it and we acknowledge the truth that it tells us, it actually is what redirects us towards our purpose. So the light in the lantern is the star. And we do have the star here, that potential card. Here on the back side, he is under the moon, which we just went through the solar eclipse this morning. I don't know, did anybody feel it? My dreams were really funky overnight, so I don't know if anybody else felt that solar eclipse. But that happens when the moon moves in front of the sun. What that represents is the inner self eclipsing the ego. And we go inward and have to deal with things that usually in the light, in the sun, in the ego, are hidden. So here with the Hermit in the backside, this says the hidden beckons. It says secrets emerge, pursue wisdom. Interesting. I feel like somebody is trying to rearrange their power. That makes sense. Now, go to the Wheel of Fortune, please. That's too many, and that's too fast. Fate, change. What is changing here with the Wheel of Fortune? What is fate bringing the Gemini energy, please? Nope, nope, nope. Oh, well, okay. All right, I'll take them. That might be interesting. One more, please. Okay, thank you. All right, we've got our three. Now these are where the first two were the front sides. Now we're dealing with a lot of backside energy. got the Temperance in the backside, the Knight of Swords, the Hermit, and now here we've got the Fool. Here's the front side, that's the outer self, and here is the inner self. He's following the star. You see that? There's the star right there, following that shooting star towards a new opportunity, unburdened with baggage. You cannot take baggage with you when you go to a new cycle. And this is definitely showing that there is a new cycle here. The wheel has spun. The tarot has come back around to the first card. Card number 0, which means there's all potential here, and potential was the lead keyword here on the star card, potential. So 0 on the Fool represents the possibility of everything, but nothing has begun yet. So on the backside here we have instincts guide us, heed the signs, there's better ahead than behind. Ooh, that rhymes. I'll say it again. Okay, so it says better ahead than behind. Instincts guide us, heed the signs. I didn't intend for that to come out like that, but maybe I'll make that the title for this video. Then on top of that, we drop that beautiful 6 of Cups from the last reading, again in the backside, that inner self. If you see here on the front side in the daylight is the 2 lovers. Looks like she might be a mermaid, and she's beckoning him to join her in the waters, which represent deep emotion and connection. And yeah, he's considering it. This also represents nostalgia. Nostalgia in the 6 of Cups is for a connection that is sweet and untainted by life's troubles at that point. It is simply equal admiration and respect and joy in being in each other's company. It's a very innocent kind of energy. This usually is represented by 2 children. It could be a love from the past. It could be a love from childhood. It could simply be nostalgia for a time when things were uncomplicated. And that's what this relationship was, something that was uncomplicated. Here on the backside is the nighttime part of this scene, where the lovers are gone. They have not returned from wherever they went to, and there's someone up on the balcony with their hands on their hips like, where the fuck are these kids? It is way past curfew, the street lights are on, that 10 o'clock do you know where your children are message has been played. Where the hell are these kids? This side of the card represents being caught up in fulfillment to the detriment of responsibility. This is throwing it all to the wind and getting tangled up in the sheets. And then on top of that, though, we've got the 7 of Swords. This is somebody making off with something in the night. This is sneaky, sneaky. Somebody's being sneaky. Be careful you don't get caught. That is so interesting to fall on top of that 6 of Cups in the reverse. That getting caught up in fulfillment to the detriment of responsibility. And then here's that 7 of Swords. Sneaky, sneaky. Be careful you don't get caught. Ooh, who's out creeping? Somebody's creeping in a creep. Yeah, just creeping on the down low. Nobody else is supposed to know. Please forgive me, Left Eye. I know that was terrible. But I'll link that in the description. Channeled song, Creep by TLC. Now, let's go through this pile by pile. We've got the star, potential, a new direction. Wishes can come true here. Wishes are now possible. Dormant opportunities. And we did get that 6 of Cups, something maybe coming back from the past. Mercury and Venus are in retrograde. And when Mercury is in retrograde, a lot of times some people, not me particularly, I haven't experienced this, but sometimes people with Mercury, which is interesting because Mercury rules Gemini, it's in reverse It's in retrograde right now, along with Venus retrograde. Um, so Mercury is the communicator coming back towards something, right? Coming back into the past. And Venus, the goddess of love, the ruler of Libra. There may be a little bit of karma involved here. There could be a karmic involved, or this relationship could be a karmic relationship. Um, I feel like this could be a soulmate a relationship because we do have the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups. So, I mean, it could be soulmate relationship, but um, the when it has to do with karma, even though there are different kinds of soulmate relationships, okay? So there is karmic relationships where you guys contract to spend some time together because you want to learn something from each other, you want to accomplish something together. It doesn't always stay put. Some can be very, very tough lessons to learn from each other. But there are some karmic relationships that are very wonderful. There's then the soulmate, which is somebody who um, is from your same soul family. Not all karmics are. They can be, but that is like the first level, like that karmic um, relationship. Then there's that soulmate relationship where you're mates. You're like companions, friends. You've been through lives before because you're in the same soul group, the same soul family. You come back around, you recognize each other, bam, it all works out when you're together. These are the friends and loved ones where you like have that psychic connection with, you can telepathize with, you can look at each other and have an entire conversation with. Once you meet, it's like, where have you been all my life? It's those kinds of connections. Then there's the twin flame, and the twin flame soulmate is whereas the soulmate in the soul group is a separate soul. It has its own agenda, their own, their own soul journey to make. They are separate beings from you. You just have a really strong connection. But the twin is a theory where it's one soul that had been split apart in the beginning. Not all souls are splits. Not all souls are twins because it's very rare, because it's exceedingly painful to split a soul. So when a twin flame comes back together, it's like a bomb goes off in both their lives. So they like to say when soulmates meet, everything falls into place. But when twin flames meet, everything falls apart. Because think of two atoms smashing back together, it's a goddamn nuclear explosion, right? But they're drawn to each other. That's kind of what a twin flame soul bond is, when you come together and your worlds explode. If you're thinking, I have to, they really want me to add this caveat. Your twin will never be your abuser. That is always a karmic. Okay? So even though you're like, oh my God, my other half, and I know he's, on drugs right now. He doesn't know how to act. He doesn't know how to treat you. He doesn't know how to be respectful. It's not your fucking twin. That is a karmic. Learn that lesson and let that go so you can actually move on to be with your twin if you have one. And if not, then just to find that soulmate. But that karmic will always be that hard work. Okay? So I wanted to get that out of the way. Oh, this is beautiful energy. Ooh, so let's see. They kind of want me to do one and then the other and then the middle. I wonder if they're communicating. I think everything is leading this person towards that Six of Cups, because I know you can't really see it the way it's tilted here, but it's like the hermit has his back turned to us. That's why it's that inner reflection. And here in power, in the power card, it does say solitude. So that is definitely hermit energy, that emotional solitude, psychological solitude. It could very well be people cutting off from social media for a little while. It's a time of inner reflection where you just want to get some perspective on what your needs are, what your goals are, what your expectations are, where you've come, how far you've come, and where you want to continue to. Oh, look at that. There's the egg. Interesting. The egg with the snake. Egg symbolism is also related to the Fool energy, because the 0 in the Fool card represents the cosmic egg, the egg of all potential, right? Don't know what's in it till you crack it, okay? Star potential, the sun, somebody's getting clarity. Definitely. Success, be joyful. Success is assured. All will be well. With this 2 of Cups, this you can trust this choice, and signs point to good love, but there is fear here that they've missed the boat, literally missed the boat. There's the backside of the 4 of Cups. It's a little bit light, but you see these cups are spilled on the shoreline and the ship is leaving. So there's the fear here that you literally missed the boat. Has too much time passed for me to have this wish? Somebody's asking. So here in the power card, we've got the other side of Temperance. Do not surrender your ego, that Sun card, to a false higher cause, quote unquote. This feels like responsibility. Taurus energy here, I feel. And oh yeah, what did I say in the reading? Mars in Gemini is squaring Uranus in Taurus. Uranus, the rebel. In Taurus, the traditional down-to-earth fixed energy. Taurus is a fixed sign. Once they settle, they settle. Once they lay down, think of a bull or a cow. Can you move it out of its meadow? Fuck no, especially if it doesn't want to go. If they have found something comfortable, they will stay there. As long as they're happy. Okay? So I feel like there's something that this person may be beholden to at the moment. But this is saying don't surrender your ego to a false higher cause. Because then we have the Knight of Swords in the inner. It says a mind that wanders hides a heart that is seeking home. It's saying that your heart, there's somebody here who is thinking back on this 6 of Cups energy. Fool energy there, wanting to go towards that energy as a new endeavor. Okay? Now they may think that they're just allowing their minds to wander to this relationship because they're a little bit too caught up in this quote unquote higher cause, this other responsibility. But the key here is that wandering of that mind, a mind that wanders, hides a heart that is seeking a home. So you have to really come to terms with what your heart is asking you for. Okay? And then on top of that, we had that Hermit in reverse. The hidden beckons you. Secrets emerge, so pursue wisdom. This may be a revelation to this person, right? This may be somebody who's like, why am I thinking of this past person so much? And then all of a sudden they'll get a download that says it's because your heart wants to be there. Okay? the world, I mean the wheel of fortune, spinning around of our fate and fortune, and bringing change. So I mean, it's like the universe heard this person's inner self. I want to go towards that kind of love again. So the wheel click, 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 bing, and it spun around to bring that fate into the forefront. And here we've got that Fool energy. Better, there is better ahead. It's like somebody comes to the realization that I don't even know what this could lead to, but I know it's better than where I'm at, right? Because that's what's on their mind. That Six of Cups in the reverse, caught up in the feelings, in the heat and the sheets, and then but fearing that not only would they physically in reality get caught with this person, but it almost feels like, because this is sword energy and we have the Knight of Swords over here, they're even concerned with their thoughts being found out. Like they don't want to get caught even thinking about this person. So I feel a little bit of stagnatory energy here. There may be a stutter step. I don't think that this person is going to actually make these great strides towards this past relationship. I think it's tormenting them in their mind and their heart. But without good planning, and without acknowledging that that is where they want to be and where they quote unquote should be, I don't see a lot of movement. I don't see the Chariot. I don't see the Six of Swords. I see the Fool. But I see the boat on the Four of Cups has left. There is so much love here, though. I don't want this person to feel regretful. I want them to come into their power and actually make the decision to go for it. Because we have temperance here. Temperance is finding the right combination to find a solution. Okay? Here's the front side of temperance. The angel with the two cups. It says, what is needed to restore harmony here? Where are you out of balance? And then it's the coming to, she's holding two cups. That's the Two of freaking Cups. A gold one and a silver one. The masculine and the feminine. It's trying to balance itself. How do I find balance? You find it in that Two of Cups. Because the mind that this person is going back to that, because that is the soul telling you, I want to go home. Okay? That's what I have so far. Let's go to the Angels and Ancestors deck. Gemini placements, I hope this is resonating. I hope the messages are reaching you for your highest good. If you are vibing with my content, please take a moment to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, share my video. It all helps the algorithm get my content seen. In the description, you'll find my email and donation links. I am available for personal readings and birth chart inquiries. And for any small donation, I would love to do you a 3-card personal spread as a thank you. Email, Venmo, and Cash App are in the description. I appreciate any and all feedback, signal boost, comment, donation, and thank you so much for spending this time with me. So, Medicine Guardian, that hasn't come out in a while. And one more, please. It says be open to healing information. Okay, so maybe that's why he hasn't made a move. I say he because we've got the Hermit and the Knight, but it could be feminine. Gender ain't shit. Don't get caught up in gender. We've got Medicine Guardian and the Moon. It says be open to healing information. So like I said, maybe that's why he hasn't, this person, maybe that's why someone hasn't made this jump yet. They're waiting for information. And that to me goes along with that Hermit energy, that Hermit in reverse, that solitude going inward. It's like waiting for this. What was that other card that says wait for the signs, look for the signs? I think they're waiting for some kind of information. It doesn't even necessarily have to be like outside information. Like they could be waiting to hear news of this other person and their condition, the position they're in, where they are in life, and how they're doing. But I feel more that they're waiting for information from themselves. It's like they're waiting for some kind of epiphany, some kind of answer. The answer. They're waiting for answers from themselves. So let's get to the medicine guardian here. Where are the guardians? Here we go. It's handsome, my goodness. Can you see that okay? Oh, that's good. Okay, medicine guardian, be open to healing information. It says, listen to what is coming up within you and what is being shared with you by trustworthy others in your life. Pay attention to healing information. Let's go with this. Is that better? Okay. You're being exposed to information and insights that will have a dramatic healing effect upon your life. If you're working through something mentally or emotionally, know that there are spiritual energies supporting your healing. If you're working through something that is physically challenging, pay particular attention to information that's coming to you that feels inspired, insightful, and warm. That's that sun energy. It'll be supportive of your wellness. Your angels are here to remind you that your natural state is one of wholeness, and you are on the road to revealing that wholeness once more. Okay? That's beautiful. And then we have the moon. So there could be like moon phases here. The moon also represents cycles of time, patterns, habits, things that keep coming back around, things that we need to address that maybe the ego doesn't want to. Okay? So the moon, this says, take note of intuitive messages. We did have an eclipse recently this morning, and that's when the moon moved between the earth and the sun and eclipsed the sun. The sun represents the ego. Eclipsed the ego for a moment. Maybe with those dreams from last night and the next coming couple days, because it opens a portal. Well, or it closed a portal, and then another one will come around later. Let's see, the moon. Use your intuition, practice discernment, see through illusions and blockages. So that might be those negative self-talk here, because we do have the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. There could be negative self-talk here. Doubts, fears, it's too late, like with that Four of Cups in the reverse. Oh, it's too late, I missed my chance. But, I mean, look, the Wheel of Fortune is bringing that back around. That wheel is coming back. The fate, the fortune, the change, the opportunity is coming back around. And then that Fool energy is like, jump on it. It's like somebody, I'm looking at somebody, I'm looking at somebody getting on a carousel, like with the horses, but it's still spinning, so they kind of have to wait for the opportune time to jump on it, right? Double Dutch, they showed me Double Dutch also, where the ropes are going and you have to time, right? You have to do that stutter step in time when you jump in. That's kind of what they're showing me. They don't want you to miss it. And they don't want you to dwell on the idea that maybe you missed it in the past. Because with the star, there's potential here for that wish to come true. Okay? So I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. This says, lunar energies are surrounding your life, allowing you to understand what is standing in your way. Not everything is as it seems, and you're being guided to use your discernment. When the moon appears, intuitive or psychic urges are increased, so take note of any feelings arising at this time. They are messages from your soul and angels. The moon shines her light on all that has been kept in the dark. So ask yourself if you're avoiding anything or refusing to deal with something of importance. If so, it could be holding you in the shadows when your destiny is to be in the light. If this card appears when you feel someone isn't being completely real with you, know that their intentions will be revealed to you. The moon has no secrets. It reveals all. So they wanted me to emphasize that last part, where if you feel like somebody's not being real with you, if you feel like there is secrets there, um, they showed me somebody who is lying to themselves. Maybe not lying, but not being fully like truthful with themselves. Like they know the truth, but they don't want to acknowledge it. They don't want to say it out loud. They don't want to give it any energy, any thought, because they're skeptical of it. Remember, the moon represents illusion. So this person, like here with the Hermit card, he is looking towards that star of the higher self, but the moon is there also. So there may be two different kinds of light trying to lead him. And maybe he's thinking that these emotions that he's feeling for that Six of Cups is an illusion. He may be thinking that I'm not happy where I am, but there's no guarantee that that's going to be any happier, even though my heart, it's like they keep going back to this scene in their mind of this other connection being really sweet. But their logic is telling them that's all your imagination. There's no guarantee it's going to be that sweet. You're just unhappy. And the front side of that Four of Cups does have a touch of apathy here. Like, it's fine. Like, it's not fireworks, but it's not hell either. It's fine. Like, I can deal with it. But I mean, they're just sitting there looking at those cups that are dumped over and empty. So there is kind of a not just an apathy, but like a, I don't know, they're telling me sedentary. Sedentary. Like, I'm already here, I'm already living this life. I mean, yeah, there's that potential for that dream to come true, that Two of Cups. But the Two of Cups I have right now is fine. Like, really? Do you want to spend the rest of your life in just fine? So it's saying if this card appears when you feel someone isn't being completely real with you, know that their intentions will be revealed to you. So the intentions part is what stuck out to me. If you don't come to terms with what you want, then your own truth is going to pop up and smack you in the face. That's what I feel like they wanted me to say. So let's go to the final messages. We've got some little advice. Maybe some, fortune cookie. Ooh, useful advice. Okay, encouragement and small luck. Fortune cookie so far. That's good. Okay. What else do we have for the collective, for Gemini energy in the collective, please? Thank you. Remember, you are spirit. Connect. Oh, okay. They're telling me specifically, remember, your two souls are connected. So open the connection. You don't even have to make contact with that person. If this is a soul connection that's already been established, your hearts can reconnect. Okay, so connect, listen, be still, know, and ascend. Remember, you are spirit. Got a couple more. Poison, yeah. The situation or something in it is toxic. There's negative whisperings and heavy energy around. That could be that, like, responsibility. Maybe this person is in a connection already. But something here is toxic, and it could even be them. it could even be this person that's their own toxicity. We've got the the wheel. See, what goes around comes around. That's the returning of cyclic, rhythmic things coming back around. That's that wheel of fortune. What goes around comes around. And with that boat energy, I almost feel like, look, we're bringing this back to you one more time. Don't fuck it up. Get on the boat. Stop moping. Make this move. These are not illusions. Your feelings are true. Yes, it will be. Yes, it success will be assured if you go towards what you want. Well, I mean, I did kind of get that. Oh, look at that. Okay, I'll keep it. Whew, we got a lot here. High Priestess came out. Pisces energy. It's all going on in Pisces right now, like I said. But this is the idea of finding that inner knowledge, that's like sacred knowledge, like intuitive psychic knowledge, by remembering that the truth is somewhere in between the black and the white. Because the High Priestess sits between two pillars and she guards the entrance to inner knowledge. Okay? And the pillars that she sits between are black and white, masculine, feminine, dark and light, positive, negative. She sits in the middle, and that's where you have to center yourself. This is knowing the truth, the divine feminine. Okay, so this could be like a soul contract, a soulmates, deep intuition, spiritual wisdom, and high spiritual abilities. Then we dropped the rainbow. The worst is over. I love that energy. So it feels like whatever you're worried about, you have to trust yourself. You have to trust that full energy in you. Go forward to a new opportunity with no baggage. The worst is over, okay? Then we drop tree. As above, so below. Ground yourself, reconnect with the earth, reach up and down. Okay? Then, bam, bam. Remember what I said before with that Seven of Swords on the Six of Cups in the reverse? Who's creeping? Bam, third party energy. There's too many fingers in this pie. Who's creeping? Interesting. And then we got Saturn, and Saturn is what we were talking about earlier that has just moved into Taurus. That's why I felt that Taurus energy earlier. It was like all through this reading I felt that Taurus energy, that stubbornness, that kind of broody, building his walls kind of energy, right? This is restriction, time, deadlines, yep. What did I say earlier? You have all the time you need, but time is ticking. Work, tests, dedication, perseverance, sacrifice, and loyalty. All right, should we get one more? Let's get one more. I don't feel like we need it, but maybe if they want to say one more thing. Okay, who's this? Jupiter? Where's Jupiter? Oh, I didn't check where Jupiter was. Shoot. Divine authority, protection, rules rules Sagittarius, which we did see with the temperance energy, the wanderer. Wandering mind. And what did that Knight of Swords say? A wandering mind is a heart that longs for home. The wanderer here, divine authority, protection, luck, the Lord of prayer and prosperity, but also ego and being sneaky. And being very, very charming. One more, please. They want me to go through and see what other signs are here. Oh, look at that. One of my new cards fell out. I love that. Nope, that's too many. I'll take that one. Oh, I'll take that one. I did get the pendulum that's swinging between two extremes. Well, maybe I should keep it then. Because I feel like this person in their mind is swinging back and forth. The pendulum swinging between extremes. Okay, somebody's swinging back and forth. Underneath that was messages. That's that waiting for that information. But the other one I dropped here was a new one called Red-Winged Blackbird. The story of the Red-Winged Blackbird is that I think there was thievery in the town or something, and the Red-Winged Blackbird sent out a call that drew attention. So this is like a warning. It is a warning, but it's also a symbol of divine protection. You're averting some kind of disaster and coming out good in the end, okay? Because they were able to recover what they had lost. And then divine path 777, you are right where you should be, and you are serving your divine purpose. That's what I have for Gemini energy, Gemini placements for all the whole collective. What do we got coming up? I think we got a collective read. Let's see. I got pushed back a little bit because I took a couple days off. Gemini placements will do love with the fairies and then a collective read. And then I'll probably put a moon reading in there somewhere. So that's what I have coming up. I hope this resonated, you guys. Thank you so much for being with me. Until I see you again in the next reading. Okay, thanks. Bye.